Quick intro for the Masked Duelist EU YouTube edit. Just so you guys know, on YouTube, we are going to announce who played in each game at the end of the video. Even if I say something different during the show match, that's because during the live streams, it only happened after the grand final. If you want to play it like that as well, just don't watch each video to the end. And of course, all of them will be revealed after the grand final. Now get to the video. Here we go. It's X-Devil versus Esper. X-Devil versus Esper in the EU Masked Duelist, where everybody in the tournament is playing hidden. We have no idea who is in the tournament, or I shouldn't say we, because I get to know as Esper takes a dribble from the back corner and is able to score to open this tournament. Now, these guys are going to be trying to figure out who they're playing against, and in the process, win the tournament to get $500. You guys are trying to guess for fun, but I have thought about maybe doing a Google form after the first day or something. If everybody could get someone, or if someone could get all of them right, that's probably worth a prize. I might give the first person to respond who gets all of them right like $100 or something. That seems like, I don't think anyone's going to get them all the way right. So maybe I could even up that prize. But it could be fun for people who think they know EU really well. We've actually already done this tournament with North America. You can go back and check on the VODs or the YouTube videos. And chat did not do a great job. The pros were a little bit better. They get the advantage of ping. I'm going to try and never show you guys the ping as X-Devil pops up off of an air dribble in which Esper did not want to challenge them. Is there really no audio? Dude, what's going on right now? No game sound. Interesting. Okay. We can't hear the game. What happened? All right. I think I can try and fix this on the fly. I won't be commentating the game too much. I'm sorry that this happened. Let's see. How does one fix such a thing? How about now? No, doesn't seem like you can hear it at all. Hidden identity and hidden audio. Listen, audio gives you clues. Audio gives you clues, and so we cannot have you have audio either. Let's see. How does one fix something like this? A very important thing to fix. I might have to restart the game or something after game one. How does audio give clues? It doesn't. It doesn't give clues at all. As X-Devil up 3-1. Going for the reset here. I don't know why. This is why we don't restart computers. Did we ever talk about, whether or not we like to restart our computers? What if I go here? This is a weird way to do it, but if it works. And it did not. It did not work. Interesting. Sorry to do all of this while the game is going on. We are back into the match, and naturally, the game is not being picked up by OBS. That usually fixes itself within moments. Don't panic. There's been tons of issues, but I know for sure the black screen's going to go away. It always does. Listen, you just missed a really nice shot. But listen, it's going to come back. I just know it. Please! Please, OBS, you got to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Show the game. There we go. Oh, absolutely no clues at all. That's right. Listen, I know we did the North American tournament where you didn't get to know any pings, you didn't get to know any car that someone used. EU tournament, you don't get to see it. You just get to hear it, and I need you to guess who's playing. And for those of you who are complaining, like, oh, come on, Feer, we couldn't possibly guess just based on what we hear. You guys are amateurs. I'm telling you right now. I would have no, we didn't hear the first 2 minutes. Okay, all right, you make a good point. But listen, the challenge is that you have to either see or hear the gameplay. You never get to have both, okay? That feels fair, all right? We said EU was going to be easier. I had to bring an additional challenge. You do not get to see and hear the gameplay at the same time. But all right, X-Devil won game number 1. The most scuffed game 1 of all time. And now X-Devil's going to lean back into a reset and launch a Musty way too high. And Esper will have no trouble getting there first on the board. Chat is starting to flow their guesses in. I noticed that as soon as Esper hit a flick, or was it X-Devil that hit a flick? Everyone instantly started spamming that it was Moxie. Earlier at the start of the tournament, somebody said the only thing I know for sure is that Moxie's in the tournament. So people seem to be on the lookout for Moxie and where he might be. Who knows if he's in this game or in this tournament at all. Esper gonna get one on the board as they just pop over the top of X-Devil. It was a top left flick, Feer. Listen, I'll tell you what. While I'm commentating the games, as someone who commentates a lot of 1v1 and specifically has watched the players in the tournament a bunch, there are often times that I want to point at trends in how the players play and say, oh, look, they're doing this or that, which is something that they actually do often. But I can't do that. I've resisted against doing that in this whole tournament because I feel like people who watch me and know, you know, the kind of things I point out in certain trends, it would just make it too easy. So, if Moxie were in this tournament and he were to flick it top left, there's maybe a chance I don't bring it up and make you guys notice on your own without any help. X-Devil, a pass to themselves. Esper got focused on grabbing the boost. And that was the wrong play, especially considering they had 50. They had more than enough to work with, but they seemed to just want to starve out X-Devil. X-Devil said, I'll just shoot on net if that's what you're going to do. Ooh, crossbar down. What a save! Wait a second. Somehow Esper changed this into orange trail. Was this an actual save by pinching it into the crossbar? And then they almost got back to it, but that's going to be a really tough follow-up 50. Esper popping this one up, has a reset, goes low. X-Devil just barely able to save it. Esper grabbing boost, diving, bit risky dive, but does just barely get the clip. And actually a great touch with the tail end of their car. A nice fake, but not enough. I think they maybe need to stay on ball. They're obviously playing the long con though. Clearly they felt like if they grab boost and they force a panic save back, they'll have a chance. They couldn't take that 100 away from X-Devil. Now they're attacking against a very prepared defender. X-Devil pre-flipping to touch this one away, but taken off the map. Esper out of the back corner. Sees X-Devil prepping on the wall. Ultimately does go for the aerial, but how much comes of it? X-Devil going to lob the ball away with the last bit of boost that they have. And now Esper on a carry. Keeping, I believe, ball came on the whole way, which is a bit of a tell. Not a lot of people will do that. I guess I promise not to point that kind of stuff out, but maybe I'm helping. Esper catching back up to the ball. We'll back off now. Esper seems to just be waiting. Knows that X-Devil's going to have to give it to them eventually, but then X-Devil will dive and make it 6-3. X-Devil waiting it out. Of everybody who's played in the tournament, these guys have been the most chatty by far, talking to each other. Obviously, they've had a couple more moments to talk to each other when everything on the stream was absolutely blowing up. Right now, it's all about the gameplay if they want to figure out who they're playing against. Esper popping this one up. X-Devil sending it to ceiling height. Esper doesn't seem to be too bothered. A little pogo finish, but it doesn't connect. So Esper gonna walk it down the field, wants to go next. Unfortunately, I did not end the game for them before the double went in. X-Devil gonna get a 2-0 lead against Esper. And we will make sure to switch off the screen and pause it now. All right, I'll let you guys have this hint. They're talking to each other. X-Devil asked Esper the thoughts on the Dominus. Please answer. Esper said, it's dog crap, but I'll reverse sweep you. X-Devil and Esper. Is this a controller issue again? Okay, we'll just let him play it out. He seems to have controlled it. And it's going to be a first possession for Esper. Or is he giving it away? I was just going to let him play it out. I think they'll play it out. I think that's fair. If you're having multiple controller issues, Esper gets a first possession to start game number 2 or game number 3. Esper off the ceiling now. Could not keep this ball high enough as they try and pin them back. X-Devil going to boom it away. Esper, double jump. Attacked by X-Devil, no scoring here. And it kind of shouldn't be too surprising because this possession did start without a kickoff, which often, you know, kickoffs very volatile. Can lead to a pretty favorable position early and quick goals. This one didn't really have a kickoff. Now you're seeing a ton of open field play. I know a lot of people have talked about, you know, changing 1v1s to not have kickoffs, give possession maybe to the player who just got scored on. Could be an interesting idea. A lot of people really don't like how prominent kickoffs are. Esper able to jump over the top of X-Devil and get the first goal on the board. Esper passing himself at around ceiling heights. Looking for the double. Just barely missing, but did get the boost steal. And I don't... Oh, just respawned in time. I was going to say, I'm not sure if it's going to respawn for X-Devil or not. It did end up respawning right before they drove over it, and Esper will double in. Esper is saying in between lobbies that they were going to get the reverse sweep. So far, they are holding to that as they're up 2-0. We should just remove goals from 1v1. True, that would make it a lot better. Esper, oh sorry, X-Devil on an air dribble from the back corner. Esper's gonna have a hard time making that work, yeah. No surprise, they decided to save a bit of boost and just back off of it. No goals for X-Devil over a couple minutes into the game. Oh my goodness, what a ceiling pinch from Esper. They couldn't get back in time though. No boost left, and they didn't get the boost grab. So X-Devil in control, one of the better positions they've had all game, but Esper cuts it off. Right as they try and get the ball on top of their car. Now Esper dish off the back wall. Does not come to fruition. And they are just booming this into the corner. It seems like a bit of a risk, but actually paid off. Somehow X-Devil wasn't able to find the angle. And now Esper continues to control the game. A catch, very little boost, delayed flick. X-Devil sends it into the crossbar. Only a side flip is what Esper has left to work with, but it was enough to buy a bit more time. Getting undercut now. And actually, what a great play from X-Devil. Yeah, Esper has to give him a nice shot. They're being a complete pest. And also doing a good job of getting back to the ball and using their boost advantage. Little tap down to the side wall. And Esper goes flying past the play. Esper bounce dribble into hook shot. Really wasn't much of a bounce dribble, just one dribble setup, or one bounce setup. And I tell you what, it doesn't have to be crazy in ones. If you get that kind of space off the kickoff, forced X-Devil to miss, and then got him stuck in net. X-Devil, wall to air dribble, has the resets, tried to fake it, actually was headed in to the top left corner. Credit to Esper for being able to make that save, because oftentimes the defender on that near post kind of gives up on a perfect top corner shot, saying, I won't cover that, but I'll cover everything else. You usually have to do that in order to be able to cover the net. But Esper has it 100% covered. Little zap dash recovery from Esper, and it actually mattered, which is always fun to see. You see a lot of zap dashing from pros. Not always is it the difference in catching back up to the ball and winning the race. Certainly was here. X-Devil, back wall dribble, gets pre-jumped. Esper goes to the ceiling, but does not connect. So it will be an open net for X-Devil. Esper decided not to use the flip. Definitely still had a flip available. Thought that committing a flip maybe would have been too much. But obviously, in retrospect, it would have been better than missing, because X-Devil shooting on an open net. X-Devil flipping one on target. Esper, last bit of boost available, over the top of the crossbar. First touch reset, very important moment here for X-Devil. But they want to force overtime and get the sweep. 6 seconds left to go, control the ball in favor of Esper. Esper on 0 boost. But as long as they're both low, he's not even going to look at the ball. We just watched from Esper POV. Doesn't care about the ball. He's like, that'll hit the ground eventually. The big thing I need to do is make sure you don't get there. And oh my goodness. That was maybe one of the closest times I've been to leaking the ping. But I did not. I don't care how much you guys spam leak. I know I got there in time. Game number 4. Will Esper stick to their word and get a reverse sweep? Esper having one of the first possessions, taking it to the air to the ground. What a flip into the ball. Whenever you see, mechanics you don't see very often, you got to think about that as an opportunity to be giving some hints. You don't see people flipping that aggressively into the ball to get resets, I feel like. X-Devil tries to go top shelf, is just trying to throw shot after shot after shot, and Esper might be the one to come out on top. So Esper's defense has greatly improved. We talked earlier about how they seem to be covering parts of the net that feel impossible to cover, and here they cover a ton of shots in a row. Now, they have themselves a 1-0 lead. Long shots for X-Devil. One that Esper shouldn't have an issue getting back to, but it is a little bit awkward. Sidewall setup, though, was perfect for a long shot. X-Devil on 0. Little boost steal. Will we see a full field air dribble from Esper? Not going to back down from it. Reset right around ceiling height, and use of the flip is perfect. X-Devil could not challenge this early because they had a little bit of boost, but they were far out of position. So they have to go to the goal line to try and make the save, and it was just a great read on the defense from Esper. Esper, flick. Backing off, long shots from X-Devil on the board. I don't think I've mentioned it this game. Anybody tuning in for the first time, I'll mention it again. If you're getting a little bit confused, for some reason when these accounts join in, they get given bot names. So they're like Maverick and Hollywood for a bit before they switch back to the Epic account names. Don't worry about that too much. There's nothing to be read into with that. Just look for their code name at the top. Esper. Wow. What a shot from Esper! I thought this was impossible, but they found a way to do it. The forbidden angle. Touch out of the corner. It seemed like they had missed, but what is that double on the ground? He doubled off of the post, and then he needed another double. He doubles with the ground to get the angle. Esper is absolutely ridiculous. And what a shot to take the lead. Esper, power slide cut, little wave dash catch, but it's a bit too slow. Allows X-Devil to get back. X-Devil wants the demo, doesn't get it. Does force Esper to swing out of the corner quickly. So it'll be a little bit of a slower attack, but it's not going to matter. They still get back on the ball. And punish. Esper all the way through into the resets. X-Devil taken off the map. That should be a goal. Esper really is rising to the occasion. Was that a leak? Half of this game, number 4 left to go. X-Devil on a double jump. Esper getting up early. That's what's important in order to stop those air dribble potential bumps, or really anything that might come with them. You need to be not reactionary. You need to be ahead of the game. You need to be up before they start. And Esper can easily just move away from this demo attempt. He knew that the ball was not on target, so no need to worry about the save. Now Esper going to the backboard. Cleared by X-Devil, who's now on 0 boost. Tough position to work in. Actually needs to be careful about getting scored on as well. Will take the back corner of Esper, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why you have to be careful, because Esper can just launch a full field shot out of his own corner. And next thing you know, you're down 4. The grand finals are not today. The semis and finals will be tomorrow, including the reveal of every player. We will not reveal any players till then. X-Devil, a demo to stay in this game. Needed a goal to get going before the time was running out. X-Devil kickoff goal. Little whoops from Esper, who was clearly trying to pop the ball there. X-Devil might be able to just farm kickoffs back into this game. Yeah, I don't think Esper's going to be able to get back. X-Devil does not want to go to 5. And it's time for Esper to change the kickoff or transition to something a little bit safer. They do win this wave dash kickoff. Not able to score with it, though, as X-Devil guides it into the corner. Now X-Devil on an air dribble, wants the bump, and gets it. Tie game. It was 6-2 what feels like 20 seconds ago, maybe 30 seconds ago. But 4 straight for X-Devil. And all of a sudden, it's looking like maybe Esper will not be living up to the promise of reverse sweeping. Delay kickoff for Esper, and it works. That's what I'm talking about. Probably could have afforded to see that a little bit earlier. A big mix-up, something to make this kickoff a little bit less volatile. Better late than never. With a lead with 50 seconds left to go. Esper. And they get the ground pinch. Ooh, enough to prevent X-Devil from just scoring, which is important, actually. Well, no, they didn't. X-Devil will still score. Esper wanted a demo afterwards. Was that their only option? No, definitely not. They could have rushed back to the ball and let X-Devil get that 100. (7-7). Pressure on Esper to get this game win, force a game 5. 50 on the back wall. Esper looking for a double. Oh, wow. They were going to miss the double if X-Devil just let it fall down, but X-Devil actually popped it back up into Esper, which made it a much better play for them. Esper now continuing the possession more. A little late flip. X-Devil reads it perfectly. 10 seconds, 0 boost. A couple touches might be enough as Esper rushes back. Won't be able to get there. X-Devil has a lead with 5 seconds left to go. Stringing 6 goals together quickly after going down big. There's never been a more important kickoff for Esper. Delay kickoff again. Chips it to the side wall. A little camera check to see what X-Devil is up to. X-Devil fakes, and now it is going to be a ton of boost for Esper and a great chance to finish. Air dribble into the bump. Can they get it in time? They will! It is a few pixels, I think, above the line. It might have been a bit more, but it was close. But Esper is no question clutch as they are able to lob an air dribble bump at 0 seconds into the net and force overtime. Now, will it be a game 5? Another crucial kickoff. Both delay. They saw how it worked for Esper the past couple times, so they both delay it, and now it's an Esper win. Great challenge from X-Devil. Esper went from what felt like an advantageous position to all of a sudden having to panically use their flip in order to just not get the ball taken away from them. Esper's looked great on defense, though, recently. Now, to get this ball on top of their car, up into yet another air dribble. Early jump from X-Devil. Does not want to get air dribble bumped again. Boost advantage in favor of Esper. He sees a bit of an open net. X-Devil went into the corner, but I think gotten tricked into playing it too quick because X-Devil does recover. X-Devil should have a chance to get boost now. Both with 100. Early challenge! He just did not think that Esper would read it, and he was right. He was just barely off target. And now it's a boost steal. All of a sudden, Esper is in a bit of a trouble. Wave dashing onto the side wall. They're able to send it away. X-Devil is not going to force the issue, is going to take it slow. Rely on their aerial game. Esper challenge from the ceiling and able to intercept. Has to be so nervy to go for such an aggressive challenge late in the game. Flick sent to the back wall. Ooh, a bit of a missed landing. And that's a huge deal from X-Devil because Esper may just have a chance to punish. But it looks like for the most part, they have handled it. In fact, this long shot is not on target. Esper, ooh, won the race to the ball. X-Devil thought for sure they were going to get there, and it is going to go to 5. X-Devil, off of this pinch off the post, they thought for sure they'd be first to the ball because it was a bit awkward for Esper. But they were wrong. Esper, quick, and will be forcing a game 5. My goodness. Game 5. X-Devil versus Esper. A huge finish to the final game. I don't know if this was a mixed up kickoff. I was updating the scoreboard here. What happened on Esper's side? Looks like an intentional delay. They just got red. Yeah, definitely not a controller DC or anything. Just had their delay kickoff red. They've gone to the delay kickoff a ton, so shouldn't be too surprising that X-Devil started to figure it out. X-Devil going to drop a what a save as they really should have made this touch. Got a little bit faked, but I think even then they would have felt like they should have had a touch on the ball. Esper's going to put it on target. Great roll. Powerful enough to score. So a kickoff flurry here at the start. X-Devil wanted to transition to the ground. Esper did a great job not allowing that, forcing him to kind of use the flip and get rid of the ball. Esper on 0 now needs to be careful because they're going to get back to the corner boost before it respawns. And then they're going to be forced into a low boost defensive sequence, and that is exactly what happened. X-Devil able to score. Esper was just kind of using boost willy-nilly on their recovery, and I felt like they needed all that boost that they were wasting. Esper, little camera check before flying up into the air. And that should just be an open net for X-Devil. Do blue and red know who they're playing against? They don't. They're also guessing. They're also playing the game. They just have a slight advantage because there's no way I could possibly hide ping from them. Like, they're just going to end up seeing it. So they get to see the ping in the game. But that is really their only advantage. It's a big one, though. Because it basically, you know, lowers your pool down quite a bit. Especially if you're really in tune with different areas' connections. Esper gonna get their third goal as chat implores Esper to lock in. Esper seems to. Esper, a weird kickoff. This one seemed almost accidental, but you never know. Sometimes players just stay completely still. Or near still, I should say. Usually not fully still. Jorya's is one of those big guys who likes to mix things up. So is this Jorya's? Esper. A little demo as they take the corner boost. And try to sneak it in. Oh my goodness, a pinch on the post. Esper resets into a bump. They needed that bump, not really to score, but to make sure they didn't give up a free play. X-Devil, kickoff win, gonna put one on target. Esper thinks they know they have a bit of time, so they swing it to the corner boost, and it's a miss jump from X-Devil, or a missed pre-jump. We talk about how important it is to pre-jump these aerials if you do want to stop them, especially the eligible bumps. But this is actually a bit reactionary. So I would say X-Devil needs to be a little bit more ahead of the game. Front flip and a kickoff punish. X-Devil did not go to the kickoff at all. And Esper did one of the, more standard ways to punish it. Not normally considered the best way, is to just take the ball and front flip it. I mean, if that ball gets saved, you're on low boost compared to the 100 that the person who just went to the back corner got. But if you manage to make the full boost defender miss, then that all doesn't matter. Esper did just that. Esper staring down. A flick is saved off the post. X-Devil forced to back up. Esper's defense has just turned a corner from the first couple games, and it's been one of the big reasons why they're on their way back. It's still a close one, but they should be going up 2. Well, I might have missed a sub or two during the chaos, so I apologize. I think Form 205. Hopefully you're still here. Thank you for the 3-month tier 1. And then I am Bardman. I can't remember if I missed your prime or not. Hopefully not. And then Grassi9322. Thank you for the tier 1 for 6 months. Esper gonna make it 7-4. It's been a tense game 5. No real advantages either way, but a boost dive from X-Devil will result in what I think is the biggest lead. Kickoff win for Esper. They allowed the previous game to be close based off losing a bunch of kickoffs. What a save from X-Devil, managing to save a pretty solid setup and not falling into the net, which is one of the crucial things in 1v1, keeping yourself out of there, being able to follow up a possession and get yourself a goal. Because if he didn't do that, he wouldn't be able to get these 2 shots in a row. And Esper did not feel good about the initial challenge. Reset from X-Devil. Goes top right. X-Devil into an air dribble. Looks like a defensive reset as they just want to get Esper to miss. Soft touch. Are they going to get away with it? They do get the ball around Esper. Did Esper fly far enough away? They did flip at the challenge, but looks like they will return before the goal. 57 seconds left to go. This is a good position for X-Devil, who is likely to have Esper back off now. Can they convert on it? Threatening the hook shots as Esper swings back around the net. It's a bump. It's a demo, but a pool shot save. And can X-Devil get around it? Respawn directly underneath the ball. That might have been just as good as it gets for Esper. The respawn mechanics are good, but it actually doesn't matter either way. X-Devil not panicking after they were probably frustrated that Esper got such a good spawn, but Esper did not clear it as well as they needed to. Or they thought they did, though, clearly, because they went to go grab boost. Now it is a half-hit flick-off from Esper, who seems to think that that is less volatile as they try and hold on to their lead. And they were wrong. These two seem to be good at punishing each other for not coming to the ball off the kickoff. As it is 7-7 with 34 seconds left to go. Kickoff heading into the orange half, but it's perfect for Esper. Not often does a kickoff loss this heavy work out, but X-Devil bumped Esper so deep into the orange half as well that they actually had a position to take the angle on the shot. Esper wants to take this ball away from the blue half, it would seem. I don't know if they're going to be able to cleanly do that. X-Devil staying on ball in the final moments, able to get the back corner boost. Possession still in favor of Esper, though, but they just handed it away right there. X-Devil to the skies, lost control here. Can they get it back? Has a reset. Now nothing left over. It almost feels like this is their one opportunity. They get a decent enough 50, and Esper's going to try and clear it away, but this is actually going to be a good opportunity for X-Devil, who tried to play it so quickly. I'm surprised they played it on the ground and so quickly, instead of trying to take it away and get a full possession they could have had. But the reverse sweep is real, and Esper takes it. Chats, let's get your guys' guesses going. We'll start with the loser of the first round of the EU Mass Duelists, X-Devil. Who is X-Devil, chat? Give me your names. I need 10 names in chat. I'll write them in as your options. Those are the first 10 unique names that I saw. Who is X-Devil, chat? Is it Nas, Moxie, Vatira, Nush, Drally, Zen, Jorias, Toxic, Rise, or Dark? Looks like you're looking at Rise, Toxic, and Jorias. Those are the only people who have 20 plus votes. So let's go ahead and just take everyone else out. Jorias, Toxic, Rise. You guys are leaning Rise. Okay, you guys had Rise before, but you're pivoting over to Toxic now. Everyone who was not voting for Rise said, if you're going to make me pick between these three, then I want Toxic. Let's go with it. You guys picked Toxic for X-Devil. All right. Who is Esper, chat? Who is the person who reverse swept and won? Here are your 10 for Esper. Rise, Atto, Nas, Monkey Moon, Moxie, Zen, Raziers, Jorias, Roas, Vatira. So let's go Rise, Atto, Raziers, all with 20 plus votes. Let's run it again. Rise, Atto, Raziers. Who is Esper? 1 in chat for Rise, 2 in chat for Atto, 3 in chat for Raziers. Okay. Counting down from 10 and I'm clicking finish, chat. 10, 3, 2, 1. Who are you guys going with? Atto. It is now time for the YouTube exclusive reveal. That's right. At the end of each video, we'll reveal who played in the matches. If you don't want to know, hop off now. You can play like the live viewers. But if you need to know, stick around. We're going to first reveal the loser of each match. And if you want to only know the loser because they're out of the tournament, you can stop after that. Otherwise, watch the whole video. You get everybody. So, you guys just watch Esper versus X-Devil. X-Devil was unfortunately not able to get the win. You guys guessed that X-Devil was toxic. Now, what about Esper? What did Esper think of X-Devil? They actually did not go with toxic. They went with Nuggets. A similar play style, I would say, between toxic and Nugget. So, are the pros better at the game than you are? No, it's not Nuggets. It's not Nugget. X-Devil is not Nugget. So, are they toxic? Are you guys one step ahead of the pros? For X-Devil, you're not. X-Devil is not toxic either. X-Devil, and the loser of this quarterfinal, was a very talented 1v1 player who just happened to take an L. X-Devil was Drally. Drally. Certainly not a play style that I would think Nugget or Toxic would get associated with, but hey. Now, on to Esper. If you don't want to know who Esper is and you want to keep living in the mystery for the future of the tournament, you want to hop off here. You guys guessed that Esper was Atto, or maybe Rise or Raziers. Try and decide between all three of them. Now, X-Devil said they were playing against Jorias. Jorias, Atto, Rise, Raziers. Lots of names thrown out here for Esper. Now, was the pro, or Drally, as you guys know, it's Drally now, was Drally right in guessing Jorias? The answer? No. Esper was not Jorias. The pros only missed a couple in the NA tournament, but they're not doing as well for the EU tournament. Now, what about you guys? Are you guys on point looking at Atto, Rise, Raziers? You basically have 3 chances. And apparently, 3 chances is enough. You guys are right. Atto is indeed Esper. It was Atto versus Drally in this quarterfinal. And they Atto went on to play some more games. I hope you guys check them out as well. Hopefully, you guys can feel complete in this YouTube video if this is the only one you catch. But we have tons more of Masked EU Duelists. Trust me, you're going to want to find out who all these guys are. So I'll see you next time.